So, competition is present in everyday society. Many forms of competition, such as the competition for sports or the competition for work, is present everywhere. Now, what exactly is competition? Competition in of itself is an extrinsic motivation, which in short is an incentive to do something for an external reward. Good morning, my name is Braxton B, and today I beg the question, how does one being identified as an ethnic minority impact the evaluation of their competitiveness? Now, my argument is being considered an ethnic minority negatively impacts you more specifically on how they're treated in society and what home country they're in. Now, there are many aspects to how people are being treated in society, but one of the most prominent ones is school grading. For this visual here, this is the passing rate for a medical school in Washington. Now, even though that all of these ethnicities have same opportunities, they have unequal passing rates, mainly because of the teachers that grade them. The white ethnicity, Caucasian, European, contains more about 40%. URM, being underrepresented minorities, contains more around 32%. And then non-URM minorities, less than 30%. Now, what exactly can a country impact can have on their competition, right? There are many factors that contribute to the competitiveness of a country, majority of which is the health of the people, the GDP per capita, which according to this visual is a country's gross domestic product divided by their whole entire population, and their access to technology. Now, the most prominent one is access to technology because in a less developed country, people there aren't gonna be able to look things up or stuff like that. Now, being born in a specific country impacts one's individual competitiveness. More specifically, in these developed countries right here, these are the most competitive global economies. You can see that a majority of these are white or Caucasian once again. And the main impact that this has is that people that are in developing countries mainly do not have as much of an advantage over those in developed ones with more access to this technology. Now, there is a limitation to my argument, and it's the integration of ethnic minorities and ethnic majorities into groups. A study in Bangladesh suggested that homogeneous groups work better. And then this study on the right indicates otherwise, being the two arrows over a specific period of time, indicating that they're less effective in competition. Now, when replicated, it shows that we can't really decide what exactly is more of a reliable argument. So, yeah. Now, I see that in my argument, there are two proposed solutions to the argument that I've made. And one is to attempt to be a more driven person, which mainly everyone can do, and have less interracial anxiety. And what that basically is your cooperation with people with other races or ethnicities other than your own. Now, I find the ideal solution to be a more driven person, mainly because just about everyone can do it. And this quote, I feel, by Serena Williams accurately depicts what ethnic minorities have to work for in order to achieve that competitiveness level that is ideal. Thank you for your time. I'll take any questions.
All right, here we go. First question. How did your research question evolve as you worked through the process?
So my research question, which was presented in the second slide, it developed as my research went on. At the start, it mainly consisted of what exactly competition is at a psychological level, and eventually it evolved into minorities.
Okay, and what advice would you have for other researchers who want to consider this topic in the future?
Now, some advice that I would have for people that want to research this topic is to know exactly what competitive is and how knowing that is, excuse me.
You're done.